All right, a piece of 9/11 history being auctioned off to the highest bidder. These 20-ton towering beams were salvaged from the World Trade Center in the days following the attacks. The inspiring monument has been a landmark in Salem, Virginia for more than a decade. But now that company that owns it, liquidating its assets as it goes into the ground and selling the relic. The move sparking outrage from 9/11 victims' families. Are they for all of them? Joe Connor's here. He lost his cousin Steve Schlag on September 11, 2001. Joe, I see another family member, Jim Riches, whose son was a firefighter. He says this thing is sickening that they're doing this. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think the idea that you're auctioning this to the highest bidder is really, it really does disturb you. If it was going to another town or someone who would respect it and revere it the way it should be, it's holy ground for 9/11 family members. The idea that you would sell it at auction to anybody, it's disturbing. I agree with Mr. Riches.
So, I mean, there's certain things. There's a gift shop at the World Trade Center. Some people are outraged by that at the 9/11 memorial.
Yeah, I went through the memorial. I thought that was done so incredibly well, and the gift shop was to the side. I don't see any issues with that. I think this is sort of different. You know, there is a market for 9/11 memorabilia, but I think this is different. This is a big relic. This is part of the infrastructure. This is part of the cemetery, the holy ground. I think that the World Trade Center.
I mean, we don't do that at Gettysburg. We don't say, "Hey, we found a bullet. How much you want to offer for it?" When people go through with metal detectors. And you brought up a good point about the Titanic. People look at that as a burial ground.
Absolutely. There was a show on last night on National Geographic, and 90 years or 100 years later, people are viewing the Titanic as a burial ground, and the family members don't want that stuff moved. This is only 14 years later. And I think it's very strong in people. It's a hallowed ground. It's where we died.
Joe, you're a man of action. You always take action, whether it's sticking up for your dad, or for your cousin. So would you say that the 9/11 might have a fund to be able to purchase this at a price to bring it into the museum?
Yeah, I would love to see the Tribute Center or the 9/11 Museum do that, or so many local towns in this area in New York have or want to have memorials to the people who died that day. So why not gear it towards that? You know, a local town in New Jersey or Long Island or Connecticut, bring it there.
So I have my town, right at the high school.
Yeah, we do too. We have it in our town too, in Glen Rock, and I would love to see that go to a place where you know it's going to be appreciated.
Right, so hopefully with your contacts, maybe we can make that happen.
Let's do it.
All right, sounds good, Joe.
All right,
thank you very much. All right, 18 minutes now after the hour. Coming.